We all fly, or we have loved ones that fly. It's not as easy to say we can stop our lives. January, this is the incident obviously caught so much attention. The 737 MAX, the door flies off Alaska Airlines, which had a ground stop yesterday. They said it was because of IT. But people are very concerned when you have this whistleblower saying that he flagged it. He was told to shut up. Are you confident that Boeing is not putting profits over people?
Well, we hope that that is not the case, but obviously we need to investigate what's going on here. Number one, I just want to say that any whistleblower that comes forward or wants to come forward should be protected and feel that they'll be protected so that they can speak freely. But also, there are more questions that come out of hearings like this to ask if the gaps were shimmied and to see some of those reports and have Boeing respond. Because oftentimes there's three sides to every story. And I fly on Boeing planes all the time. I'm on a flight every couple of days going back and forth between South Carolina and D.C. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that Americans are safe when they're in the air. And look, we just found out this week, too, that some of our F-35 fleet has been grounded for different potentially manufacturing issues. And so we want to make sure that whether it's our military pilots or American pilots and American citizens are flying around, that they're safe.
And we do know the Department of Transportation did confirm the department is auditing the FAA's oversight of Boeing, so it's clearly not going anywhere. Boeing put out a statement saying the claims are inaccurate and do not represent the company here. Boeing has done, it says, ensuring the quality of long-term safety of the aircraft, comprehensive work. So that's their statement. We know you'll continue to look at that closely as it is on the minds of many Americans. I do want to get your take to what we are seeing in Congress. I know you are seeking a third term, and on Monday, House Speaker Mike Johnson did endorse you in your re-election. He's come under increasing pressure in the past few weeks. And now there is the foreign aid bills, a set of three, including Ukraine, which will be coming up to the floor for a Saturday vote. Marjorie Taylor Greene had put out a motion to vacate. We saw Thomas Massey said he'll support her. Rand Paul says he thinks they're doing the right thing. MTG even introduced an amendment saying that members have to conscript in the Ukrainian military if they vote for this Ukraine supplemental bill. What's at stake here with the funding to Ukraine? Because many say it is about the future for not just Ukraine, but also what happens in the message it sends to Putin and also our adversaries like Xi in China.
No, absolutely. And in fact, I submitted 11 amendments within the last 24 hours that address border security, that address Ukraine funding, et cetera, in those bills that we're going to be voting on Saturday. It's really important that, number one, these amendments that all of us are putting on are germane to the bill so they can pass out of the Rules Committee, because it's one thing to file an amendment. We've got to make sure that it's related to the bill or it never goes forward. And so we've been working really hard to put some common sense measures in there. Like there's a loophole in there now that would allow the president to forego and forgive any loan that we give to Ukraine. Well, I want to strike that provision. If it's going to be a loan, let's make it so. And so looking at very common sense measures, I did an amendment to have some paid fors by rescinding IRS funding, IRS spending to help pay for the Ukraine bill. So just common sense, because this thing is moving forward and we want to make sure that we have people at the table that can make it a better bill when we vote on it on Saturday.
Final thoughts, Congresswoman Mace. This infighting, though, that seems to not be going away and persisting when you have folks like MTG and Massey putting pressure on Johnson. Many say it's not a good sign. It only helps Democrats. What would be your message to folks who are saying that Johnson needs to go, needs to step down, which he says he will not?
Well, I understand the frustration. When we started this week, there was no border security measure related to any of the foreign aid that we were doing. And so to see that frustration bubble up publicly is not helpful sometimes. However, because there were many of us in the room with the speaker and other leaders pushing to make sure that we get a vote and we do a border security bill this week, because our country is first. I don't care whatever is going around the world. We want to make sure that our border is secure. We're getting a vote on those measures. And again, I put a couple of amendments on that border bill in the last 24 hours, including a Violence Against Women Act by illegal aliens. We want to make sure if you're raping women, you get deported right away. So we've made that push. Conservatives made that push, and it happened. It's going to happen on Saturday.